I've been tossed overboard.
I'll have to bill you extra for my time.
Screw it.
Gold on my neck, gold on my hand, purple with the stripes, that's the walk of a man. Sidewalk shining, city lights humming, every step I take, they know a boss is coming.
Is that a poppy seed? You realize I'm your P.O., right? Straight to booking!
Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right. Thank you.
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem. Under the name ThATuMBRELLAgUy, I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me, or I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me, or I'm a man.
You know what? I talk to your mayor.
Yeah, it's TUG, that umbrella guy. You picked the wrong storm. 2 times on the docket. Used to lane learn. You kept running to the court. I just let it burn. You was barking on the phone. All that tough talk threatened. Now you looking at the floor like judge. I'm just stressing. You swing wild. I parry that. Turn it to a meme. You gamble with your rep. I'm cashing out on the stream. You said you'd end me. Now you trim me. You a car crash clip. I rewind it in 4K HD. You hate the channel cause the truth don't bend. You ain't a rival. You a cautionary tale I pen. You said you wrecked me, but I wrecked you worse. You tried to cancel, now you stuck replaying this verse. 2 times ain't enough for you. Keep suing cause you're scared of truth. That umbrella guy gon' shine right through. You call it war, I call it views. She crazy, 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 crazy. Yeah, that's so news. Crazy, crazy, yeah, that's so news. 2 times ain't enough for you. Yeah. You was yelling at the screen, veins popping in your neck, talking big, talking bold, but your story don't connect. You a late night rant, I'm a documented fact. You a tantrum in a tweet, I'm receipts in the stack. You said I'll ruin you, I said bet cool. Now the judge looking sideways, who really the fool? You keep threatening in the dark, I just flipped the switch. You a star of your own breakdown, welcome to the glitch. Mic drop, every time that I quote show lies. You keep spinning, I keep winning, watch the view count rise. You call me villain, but I'm still chilling. You the one scribbling in threads like that's some kind of living. 2 times ain't enough for you. Keep suing cause you scared of truth. That umbrella guy gon' shine right through. You call it war, I call it views. She crazy, 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 crazy. Yeah, that's so news. Crazy, 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 crazy. Yeah, that's so news. 2 times ain't enough for you. 2 times ain't enough for you. 2 times ain't enough for you. You threatened my name, I turned it to fame. You play with the flame, got torched by the game. You keep coming back, same move, same rage. I just flipped that page, let the ad money rain. 2 times ain't enough.
2 times ain't enough. That's right, apparently. Well, depending on what part of the script you're on, we are either all getting sued or we're getting serenaded. I'm not really sure right now. We have had quite a few songs in the last day, I'm going to say for sure, which has been something to see. I did think it was kind of funny that Jay, even in the quote unquote apology songs, he still, for his dedication, he gets a horse with no name. Horsehead Jay. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Oh Lordy. Tizzy. Oh my God. Some weird songs. Yeah, well, yeah, check this out over the last day or so we've had. Look at this. This is kind of something else, I have to say, for sure. Let's see. What have we had? Well, we had the message to Tug and Megan. Then after that, we had the song for Tug and Megan. Then another song for Tug and Megan. Then another song for Tug and Megan. Then a song for Shizzy Wiznut. Then a song for Shizzy Wiznut. Then a song for Shizzy Wiznut. Then a song for Just Jay. Then a song for Martha. Then a song for him. Oh my goodness. My. Amongst all this, though, we actually did have a kind of a fun little dilly that I thought was funny. It's Lips taking that taking that shot in the best way you probably can by looking at what happens with Yield Deuce. I think we were going to check that out today, in fact. But the first thing I want to check out is there was a give me 1 second here. I've got to pull this up. There was a short that came up today, and it was pretty interesting, I have to say. It was pretty interesting it had some messages on the back, if you haven't seen it. It's called She Chose the Walrus Life. Let me pull this up for you, and we're gonna go over the messages on it because I thought they were something else here. It is quite wild.
Deuce recruited the anti-What the Hales ecosystem members. Then he ditched them after he set them up for massive lawsuits. But he's not the only one. Fleisa has done the same to somebody who claims to be ADA protected after some of the most horrific, the most despicable videos. Fleisa tells Lips to create a website to put them on so they can't be deleted.
That's right.
Listen, this is a massive legal issue.
It actually is, considering what she's doing is she's proving that there was indeed this little conspiracy, this little group here, and that she was right there in the head of it. The whole thing that she denies. And she's telling her, she's like, hey, you need to do this. You've got to check it out.
For Fleisa, I am a walrus. Based on her own words. Take a look.
We be disturbing the people.
Look at these. I mean, they're wild. So, let me take off the closed caption so you can see there. I'm letting you, that's a typo there. I'm letting you put them all on a website, girl. It can't be taken down. I'm going to have to because they keep shutting my censored down. You will have to get the word out to tell people to go to my website because I need people to see everything. I will work on it tomorrow. YouTube isn't allowing me to post anything. Is your channel still up there? Asking what video did they get you on? Now, in the middle of this actually gives you a perfect illustration of when this stuff is happening. So, like we've talked about here, you're in the middle of a 3-day posting session, which she is not just egging on the public. You also have Lisa. She's egging it on privately. You have Ray also egging it on in public and more. I mean, these people are like, keep doing it. And you can tell, again, these are supposed to be her friends. Now, if they're your friends, if one of my friends was in the middle of what I would say is a destructive manic phase, I would most definitely be like, yo, we need to do something about this, you know? We need to calm her down. But no, absolutely not. Why? Because she was a great weapon for them at the time. She was putting up, and some of those videos are still up, by the way. This is one of the things that really gets me. And again, I'm going to note this, that while you have all the song dedications and more, you can, here, let me show you real quick. We'll go back to that in just a second. We'll look at the rest of those. But some of those videos, oh, they're definitely markedly still up. So you have all these, you know, oh, I'm rebranding. But after that, up, Megan Fox 1, Megan Fox 2, Megan Fox 3, Megan Fox 4, Megan Fox 5, Megan Fox 6, 7. Oh my gosh, man. Let's see. Here's a George one. Here's a bunch of the here's a bunch of the Hodunk Hillbilly videos. I mean, there's all still up there. And on top of that, if you go into the short videos, you have, well, once you get down a little ways, you'll notice that, God, there's a bunch of these. Look, the call outs. Hey, Megan Fox, mega man. You know, oh, you're a man. Look, photoshopped images that are trying to give her an actual beak instead of a nose, trying to call her out. You will take this offer of a live debate. You only had until 12/7, which came and went, by the way, or else. Now, on top of that, too, you still had video just before all of the dedications. You also had, let me pull this up here. 1 second. You also had threats to people like Rosalind Duke, which was absolutely clear that she was who she was talking about. Check this out as well. So, I mean, all this stuff, she's encouraged to go these routes, and Lord, it's nuts. I mean, you see it here. And this is part of a transcript. I already know one person that emailed my principal that I don't even know her name. So this is her name. I don't even know her name. Darling, I don't know. Anyway, she's friends with Megan. I know she emailed my principal because I am in receipt of that email. But I'm going to find out everybody who's involved in calling the district and all of that. And they will be sued as well for ruining as well. So they're saying now the reality of the Rosalind email is like this. I'm going to stress this here. There was reportedly, I've not seen proof of it, so I will say reported or allegedly. I think people have latched on. And this is one of the problems with any of this stuff. That has become a fact that there was somebody that contacted the school. Do we know that for a fact? I haven't seen any proof. So I'm going to say reportedly or allegedly, somebody that contacted. They allegedly said that they were Jeremy Hales. And on top of that, allegedly there was somebody that tried to send through emails, and 2 made it through from the last discussions of this. Now, as part of those discussions in the original, like all of the blame that went around, these people were saying that multiple people had been reported to the police. Now, one of those people, they noted straight up, was Rosalind Duke. Now, Rosalind Duke had not written anything before this. In fact, Rosalind was like, what the hell? You've got this school being brought up publicly. There are threats to my name being brought up publicly. So she wrote for clarification. Absolutely. She is being told that there is somebody that, the police are looking for her. They're investigating something. So, of course, she wants to know if this is real. Absolutely. You'd want to know that, too. I'd want to know that, right? So that's something that they decided that they would get looked into. And, of course, Rosalind was told, I have no idea what that's about. Now, she's trying to utilize that as proof that there was somebody was writing and costing her job. No, they were responding to what you were saying. And this transcript, before the serenade came up, by the way, This transcript also, the way that I read things, strongly insinuated that myself and Megan Fox had contacted that school as well. Now, for me, like I said, Megan Fox has made it very clear she didn't. Now, for me, as I made very clear, I contacted the police department. I did not contact the school. I contacted the police because I was being told that I was being reported to the police for some type of crime. I think that's fair. I think it's very fair to note. So, yeah, I mean, when you're talking about all this this stuff that's been encouraged, you know, I'm not taking the blame off of Leslie, but Leslie, I'm gonna say this as nicely as I can. You seem to be very mentally ill, and in the depths of all of that, again, you're still responsible. You understand right from wrong, but these people that were supposed to be your friends, they encouraged you to go get your ass sued. They were like, yeah, do it, tie yourself in court. That's your pals, man. Now, again, you took zeal in doing some of the stuff that you did. Again, you know, one of the things that for me personally, she actually said, by the way, and again, we'll go back to those in just a second, but she said, let me pull this up, that she had never even gone after her, tried to attack me. She made that very clear in one of her things. This, by the way, props to Melissa for posting this as well. But she had made this very clear that I haven't attacked you at all. Well, are we ignoring the 2 lawsuits? Are we ignoring that? Are we pretending that that doesn't exist? That you sued, you dropped, you threatened, and then we were like, nah, whatever. You sued again? Are we ignoring the fact that you thought you had doxed me? You thought that. You can't take stuff like that back, like I said. You know, you didn't, but you thought you did. I remember listening to the live stream about that, and just it was the same way that they did Shizzy Wiznut. He just took this zeal, like I said, this glee, thinking that they could disrupt another person's life. So they absolutely tried. She definitely tried. And again, that kind of stuff, there ain't no forgiveness in my mind for that. I got one setting. I told them that. I think Shizzy made it clear too. Shizzy, you know, hopefully he'll be live tonight, and I'm sure he's going to talk about the, and hopefully he'll go over that, that message, that letter that they tried to say was such a threat. You know, hey, if you dox me, there is no forgiveness. You know, absolutely not. And now you have serenading and stuff. That doesn't make it better. That doesn't erase it. The idea too, we've seen the, oh, I apologize if I've done anything. No, you absolutely did things. First of all, it's not a if you think I did something. No. You absolutely did a lot of crazy jacked up stuff to the point you are in litigation. I mean, Lord, and you've done it to people before. And these are cycles. And, you know, it's wild because right before you doxed Shizzy, I found this the other day when I was moving over files, and I was curious. Let me see, Shizzy lips. So I'd been looking for a specific file that, here, let me show you. This is wild, man. If you've forgotten this, like I said, right before she decided to dox him, she tried to play friendly too. In fact, if you forgot about this, here, let me bring it up. This is a comment section, okay, for a video. I kept this, you know, because I filed it away. Now, there are 144 comments on this live stream that he did. In this, 79 of the 144 are Leslie. That's right. 79 of them. Yeah, I mean, wow, dude. That's a pretty big number, you know. Let me think. One second. I'm trying to think of. I'm doing the math in my head, my brain. I think that's like. It's less than 50. I think it's 54 point something. I can't do the. I'm losing it on the back end. It's like 54 point. What? Somebody do the math on that. But it's over 54. It's almost 55%. I think if we went rounding, I believe that's about 55%. You know, my brain's a little addled today. I'm like, I can't remember the exact. It's 54.8 something, I think. Somebody do it for me. Oh, 54.86. Thank you, Yeety. That's great, man. I was like, man, is that right? So thank you. I should have pulled up my calculator, but God, it annoys me like when I cannot remember any kind of percentile. But you'll see this, you know, all the commentary on here. She was like, who is shizzing with no legal background reporting on legal issues? Sounds like a felony to me. It's a felony to talk about it's a felony to talk about legal issues without a legal background. Yeah, no, it's actually not. I can talk about anything I want. You know, I can talk about law enforcement. Well, law enforcement background. I can talk about driving a commuter bus. I don't have to have a specialized license to talk about driving a tractor trailer. You know, I mean, it's just whatever I want to talk about. That's crazy, man. Oh, Lord. Hey, thank you, by the way. I see a bunch of people dropping gifted members. Man, today has been a crazy long day too. So I appreciate you all coming in. I needed something to not getting into it. It just, oh God, man. It has been one of those. I'm sure all of you have those. So, you know, let me close a couple of things real quick. I'm sure everybody has those though, but I was like, man, today has been long. So I was like, man, I've got to laugh at some stuff. You know, I've got to have fun laughing at all this stupid. And this was pretty good. So it's like, dude, you need to stop now or you will be convicted of practicing without a license. Leslie. These are the kind of things. I mean, look, there's so much in here. Like there's so much in here that's just all over the board, by the way. Look at this. How much experience do you have, Shizzy, with the court? You sound like a fool to the legal world. Well, that's not a pretty good. That's pretty foolish too, Leslie. Shiz, come on. Shiz, come the F on. I hooked your A up. Stop being a follower. I hooked your... Now, she's going to dox him after this. Not too long after this, okay? Then she sends him $25. Maybe you should keep that. You know, just saying. Then it's, poor Shiz, I need to give you money. You're a nice guy pulled into this BS. You need to gain a mind of your own, and you might have a chance. Shiz, I like you. So it's come from, you're going to prison, to, hey, I like you, buddy. Lover boy. Yes, Shizzy. Can I call you my lover boy? Oh, Lordy. Lordy. Yeah, by the way, you know, Jay, I really want to hear Jay's duet with A Horse with No Name. I want to hear him sing along with Leslie. I really want to hear that. I wonder how he feels about the horse with no name. That really did make me laugh. I was thinking, oh my God, of all the songs, she gets a Horsehead J song. Even in apologies, he can't shake it. Yeah, look, I'll call you my lover boy. My family's worth over $10 million. I am worth more than Jeremy could imagine. Your audience. No mind of your own, Shiz. Would a guy fight like what? I think it's would a guy fight like this for a stupid ass narcissist? Shizzy will make sure his gay crush walks away. Okay. See now again. Then it's gone from hey, can I call you my lover boy to ooh they're gay together? You know. Oh my Lord. Oh, lover boy bonus. Shizzy and Hales are in love. Come on, Shiz, stop being gay. Shizzy and Hales sitting in a tree. I mean, these are not, by the way, to make this clear, these are not chat comments. Okay? These are comments left on one of the videos. Holy moly, man. I mean, when somebody accounts for over half of the comments, oh, lordy. Shizzy and Hales sitting in a tree. Shizzy has no brain, which Hales tells him how to think. Bet your gay will fight for your man. Let's not be fooled. The guy's unethical. She's a man with no legal education, educating monkey brains. By the way, you're all monkey brains, you know. I give you an opportunity to debate me live from a woman who changed the law in a state. I'm just giving you a feel of how this stuff goes. Look how it changed. It was like, I love you, Shiz. I'm going to give you money. Oh my gosh. You and Hales are in a relationship. You want to debate me, you monkey brains? Oh my God. It's the gamut, you know? Shiz, let's have fun and debate live now. I will send you a link now. Shiz, debate me with intellectual ability now. No desperation, just truth. Come on, Shiz, live. Me and you now, together. Shiz, let's go live now. With no education. Shiz, giving legal advice. Judges won't work like that. Won't happen, idiot. We have monkey brains while Hales pays for support. Shiz, aren't you getting paid to promote Hales? By the way, the only pay that I get, just to note, is number one, I get some ad revenue. And number two, people support my channel. That is how I make money. Outside of that, no. No, ma'am. I do not. I do not get paid by him. I don't think he would be a bad... I've talked to many of his employees. And I have done quite a few stories where I talk to people behind the scenes, and you get really, you get a feel for people, even when, some places they'll talk nice about an employer because they're afraid not to. You don't get that feeling there. You get the feeling that people actually like each other. It's wild, They just seem like normal people. It's really strange, especially when you look at the ecosystem. They become even more normal, If any of them, like, again, if any of them rose above the baseline for normality, boy, the ecosystem kicked them back down, and they are definitely boring normal. Just like blah, blah. The weather here has changed. It has become warm again, by the way. So... oh, Lord. Fun times there. Shiz, please tell me your legal education. Shiz, idiot with no legal education, giving public legal commentary, which is a felony. Shiz is giving legal comments without a legal background, a felony. Shiz is giving legal comments without a legal background, it's a felony. It's broken. Hale's attorney was convicted of fraud. Fact. You want to give legal opinions? Maybe you should be reported. Oh my God. It's practicing law without a license. Again, do you think everybody that pops up on things like court TV, do you think they all have... oh my God. Oh, I can't even. Journalists are allowed to comment on the law. We're not practicing law. Although, like I said, the point of bringing this stuff up to Leslie is the fact that every time you get mad about somebody saying just some random thing you don't like, God knows the way you'll react. And I mean, right now, again, you want to serenade people with song, that's fine. But again, you did a lot of bad things. And on top of it, you pretend you demand apologies from everyone else too. Now, where's your apologies? It's like, what? What the what now? Okay. You want to give legal opinions? Maybe you should be reported. Aren't you giving legal advice on your channel? without a legal background. Leslie has no criminal background, but Hale's attorney was found for fraud. Most disbarred attorneys are smarter, and why they are disbarred. Tell me where I am giving any advice, idiot, dumbass. More evidence to sue your ass. And again, she uses this excuse, which she has already said that she was going to do, to dox him. Again, the doxing thing, there is no forgiveness for that, Leslie. There's no, oh, well, I made a little mistake. I'm sorry. Let's be pals. Now, fuck all that, man. You wanted it until you don't want it anymore. And yeah, you can make 100,000 freaking videos out there talking all the smack you want. But at the end of the day, there is no forgiveness. Oh, got a little one running down the steps. Give her a second.
Hey,
Clear the step. Yes, ma'am.
There's a trend around where you take a fruit roll up in some ice cream and run around and you eat it.
Yuck. That actually sounds pretty gross to me.
But it's both sweet though.
It sounds very gross. Putting fruit roll up into your ice cream? That sounds kind of nasty to me.
If you didn't have flavor ice cream, maybe it would taste better. If you didn't have flavor ice cream though.
I don't know. Don't you just like fruit roll-ups have fruit roll-ups? Oh, look. You got.
But some people are saying.
Weezy Whale said hi to you. Since you. How much is that?
2-0.
That's $2 there. Can you say thank you?
Thank you. And if you have plain ice cream though, maybe it would make it taste better though.
You think so? Huh.
Yeah, because plain ice cream doesn't even taste like nothing.
No, well, that's true. Now, we're not going to mix it, but do you want a fruit roll-up? I'll open your one. You ate your food just a minute ago. Did you eat the fruit roll-up? Oh, man. Did you
I like fruit roll-ups.
I realize.
We need a bigger box then.
A bigger box? Good Lord, man.
If we have a tiny box, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4.
I thought you weren't even unrolling them yourself. So you snuck those you snuck the rest of them out and ate them.
Hey, they taste good.
Yeah, now they taste good.
Yeah, and I ate that cotton candy.
Oh my goodness. Lordy John. Look, hey, Emma, she said hi to you.
And $2.
Can you say hi?
Hi.
Yeah, are you having a good day so far?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Here's Andre. Andre sent, what is that?
$2.
$2. It says 200. It's I think it's $2 lip gloss money or candy money. Ooh, maybe it's fruit roll up money. It sounds like our fruit roll ups have disappeared now.
Yeah, and the more money I get, the more fruit roll ups I can buy.
It's Jano sent. What is that number?
10.
10. That's right. Sent $10, and it says Happy New Year to you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Hey, you want to tell everybody Happy New Year? I don't know if you did.
Happy New Year.
Now, can you sing it like a happy birthday? Happy New Year to you.
Happy
New Year to you. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year to you. And hey, there's a Wheezy Wheel sent. What's that number?
$2.
$2. There you go. Best give some for Sissy too.
And I'm gonna get myself. I'm gonna get lip gloss or candy.
Yeah.
I think I'll go get candy.
Oh my goodness. Good
and my
Lord.
lip gloss with all this money too.
Oh, you are? Is that right?
Yeah,
You gonna get
because
some
I
fruit
got
roll-ups
you. Yep.
Okay.
Fruit roll-ups.
Hey, here's Yeety. Yeety sent $2 for fruit roll-up money.
Thank you.
Yeah, somebody likes that. I mean, she apparently rated the fruit roll-ups and took them down.
Hey, it was a 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10.
They were a 10 out of 10.
No, out of 10 again.
10 out of 10 out of 10. They were that good? Oh, my
10
goodness.
again.
Hey, look. Here's Mama Bear. Sent you 2 there for Sissy, too. That's
you.
good. Yeah. And look, Sherry sent you. How much is that? What is that number? $5. Whoa. And said Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. She's
got the $3 more.
Oh no, Liz here. Look at that. What's that?
$2.
No, that's a
$20.
$20. There you go.
I didn't see that zero at first.
That's good. You're learning them good. You're doing very good with it.
$5 and then $10.
I know. This one says, "Sweet girl, you sweetie." Yeah. And let's see. Lee, you sent green bean money. You like green beans? You like vegetables.
I only like
broccoli.
I only like squash.
She does like squash.
I like squash and zucchini, whatever it's called again.
Yeah.
And onions, sweet onions.
How did you say that? What was that called?
I said zucchini.
The squicchini. Oh, yeah.
I can't say that again.
That's okay. That's all right. We have to learn, right? It's zucchini.
Zucchini.
Yeah, you did good. That's actually good to remember it. And, it said Happy New Year to you with the $10 too. That is
Thank you. And I miss my Gigi squash.
Yeah, Gigi makes some good squash. That's
When Gigi comes over, can you tell him to make us some squash?
You'll see her tomorrow. Ask her tomorrow. Be like, "Hey, Gigi, hook me up some squash." Here's a Yeedy McYeederson.
Thank you for
$10. What flavor of fruit roll-up do you like? Do you like cherry or strawberry?
I like the strawberry one and the
strawberry. Yeah, she likes the rainbows and strawberry of almost anything.
I like the strawberry, and then the next is the rainbow, and the last is the blue.
Yeah. Let's see. Here's a 9-pin. Who is it? 9-pin bowling. Oh, so can you say thank you? What is that number?
Thank you. $5.
$5 says Happy New Year to you and Sissy.
Happy New Year too.
Yeah, she just learned about the new year, like what it really means.
If my mom's on here, please don't do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, are you gonna go do your thing while I can? What are you doing today? Actually,
watching TV because we have a lazy day.
Yeah, the weekend ends. Tomorrow is back to the grind. So this is the last lazy day for a minute. You know that, right?
And tomorrow is not going to be a lazy day.
Yeah, really. Here's the
it's actually going to be a lazy day.
Yes, it.
Because lazy days always are the best. Because we get to have a lazy day because Gigi's coming over tomorrow.
Here's Marie. Since you look, that's since you subject. And look, for you with a
$20.
No. Sure doesn't understand currency changes. Yeah, well, that's a different card. So yeah, we'll just call it whichever. You can call it whatever.
Yeah, because it has a zero.
Yeah, that's right. Here's Weezy Wheels. Yes, that's right. Said that you make the world happier place. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you try for that, don't you?
Yeah. And Gigi's coming over tomorrow because we have a lazy day tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. Rozilla reminded me of those leg warmers. Megan Fox. We gotta make a video, don't we?
Yes, together.
Yeah.
What are we gonna make together?
I thought we'd make together. She said she wanted leg warmers. What would make her legs warm? What'd you say? A lighter?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
You already did that one.
I have not done that one actually.
Let's do a lighter and some leg warmers and a little calipator.
Oh Lord.
Or sake.
That went to crazy right off the map.
Yeah, sake, calipator, and
a caterpillar.
And
a box of spiders, somebody said.
And a lighter.
And a lighter. Yeah.
And a box of spiders too.
Yeah, that would work too. All right, look, here's Jane. Sent you $10 there and says that's candy money.
Oh my.
Oh
I'm sorry.
Rick Friend sent you. How much is that?
$2.
$2 for your candy fund too. And then you're hooking it up, aren't you?
Yeah. It's because I'm cute.
It's because you're cute, huh?
That's good.
That is actually true. You are right. You are cute. You do know that too.
What did
Very
someone
modest,
say
too.
Hi?
Very modest.
Someone said hi.
Yeah, people are telling you.
And
hi. No, look.
it came through right there.
That's Janice sent you $10, and you love that yellow, don't you?
Yes, I love yellow.
Yeah, it
That's
says it's a Happy New Year to you. It says to share that with Sissy. It says you're such a sweetie and to take good care of Dad. You do. You check on Dad and we play and stuff, don't we?
And someone sent that.
Yeah. Let's see. Here's Moody Nana sent a gifted membership. Those are cool. You know what those do?
What?
It's like it's helping out the channel. It sends money, but it also gives something to another person too.
It gives a gift.
Yeah, it gives them a gifted membership. That's pretty cool, huh?
And
It's basically like saying we love you too.
And tomorrow, you know how you drive us to Gigi one time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, I like when you drive us to Gigi. Gigi drives like a.
Like what? Slow? Too slow for you?
Yeah, that's a slower than a tricky nuggy.
Yeah, well, that happens as you get older. I'm driving a little slower than I used to, for sure. Hey, Bradley here. Bradley
$5.
That's right, Bradley. Just like you say, thank you. Says for you. You're cute.
Thank you.
It's for the cute.
Thank you for all the stuff you give, all the money you give.
I know you got to hooked up. Your candy money, lip gloss money, or fruit roll up money. Man.
And I'm gonna use some of our candy, some on lip gloss, some on fruit roll-ups, and some on,
Here's Chris.
Toys.
Has been a member for 5 months and said,
what?
I know, and said, hey, happy new year from me and you, and big hugs from Queensland, Australia. That's a long ways away. Remember when we were looking at the map? Remember? It was way over here. Remember way over here? Remember Australia? Yeah.
God, that way. We were way.
It is a ways.
We were a lot away. I wish we could miss it.
Yeah, well, we can. We can say hi.
Hi.
Yeah. There's Bridget. Sent you $2 there. Said, here you go. You're adorable. I know. You like that, don't you? You love hearing how adorable she is. She's smiling. Can you say thank you, by the way?
Thank you.
Yeah. We always say thank you, don't we? Yeah. So nice. Hey, sent Patty. Thanks. Sent $6 to you there to our cutest little grifter.
And yellow hearts.
And yellow hearts too. Can you say thank you for that?
Thank you. I like how you cover your face in your live streams.
Oh yeah. I made a new song too.
What was it?
I'll play it for you later. Okay. She's like, let's play them in the car,
And which one?
Mr. J. We will in a minute. It's like, get enough of the cuteness. Back to the crazy truck.
No, we need more cuteness.
Oh, we do. We need more cuteness. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Sean, can you say thank you? Sent you $10. It said for you and Sissy.
And we need more cuteness. Cuteness is the best.
Cuteness is the best. Yeah. Well, we have to have a palate cleanser every now and then. All right. Well, hey, give me a hug so I can cover what we need to cover. Okay.
And then I'm coming back down to get the cute more money for
Okay. Well, here, that's from Emma. It says there's two. It says we're far away from everyone here in Australia. Yeah, Australia's a long ways away.
Yeah, but
we got a big globe, one of those big stationary ones like with the claw legs, that stand up, that old school type, and I've been showing her the world that way. Oh, look. Hey, it's a super sticker. You know the stickers I like you like that I show you? Look at that. They got one right there. Yeah, she likes that. That's from the leg warmer lady. Leg warmer lady. Oh, she's watching it dance. She's like, ooh, yeah. Can you say thank you?
Yeah.
Yeah, leg warmer lady is in the UK, by the way, which that's a ways away too. Yeah. Oh, look. Green Widow. She say thank you.
And purple and yellow heart.
Said you were her grandson's age. That's cute. She loves playing with other kids, man. We went down to that toy store. You met some kid over there.
Yeah, and we had fun together.
Yeah, you did. We went down to like a 80s and 90s. There's a toy store here, which is the craziest thing. It's a small town, but we went over there, and she there was a kid there. She's like, "Oh my gosh,"
And he was my age.
Yep, he was your age, and he knew about
K-pop. Do you know how to?
Yes, your favorite subject.
And he knows all the parts except at the end of the movie, like this is how we die.
Yeah.
This is how we die.
All right. Hey, give me a hug. You got to go do your thing over. I got to go do my
And
thing.
he mixed it with golden.
Yeah.
That's not even at the end of the movie.
I know. Well, hey, go upstairs for a bit. All right. Love you, kiddo. Close my door, okay? All right. Thank you, baby. She's so funny. She is cute. She knows she's cute, though. That's the kicker there. She absolutely knows she's cute. She'll tell you about it. She's like, I am cute. I know it. That really comes through if she ever does anything where she, she's like, I'd get in trouble. But that leg warmer lady next to Lug is my Dade daughter's age. Yeah, she's a cute age right now. I like that 6 right in there. They're cute. They oh man, puzzler. I'll have to tell her. She'll love that too. Money for the big kid. She likes to hear how she's a big kid too. She's like, yeah, Dad. My last birthday, I was little, but I'm getting big. I'm getting really big. I love it. Oh man, what's up, Wonder Girl? Man, it is so good to see you. Wonder Girl. By the way, I want to give her props. Wonder Girl has been around since almost the beginning of the channel. I mean, always. And such a good person, So I'm glad. I'm glad to see that's one of the things, with Ricada and other people covering this a bit too. It's bringing in some, there's some of that. And I've seen you pop up here and there too. It's good. It's very good to see you, though, Wonder Girl. Man. I mean, that flashes me back to the whole 2019 anime Matsuri time. God, that was a good time, Oh, Puzzler. You meant Tug was the biggest kid. That's true. That is true. Oh, you know what I got? So somebody sent me, and I kind of love them. The show, I've been watching Supernatural, right? Somebody sent they have Little People, the Little People toys. They made Little People for it. So somebody sent me a set of Little People. Man, I love those. They are so cool. I have to say, I'm a sucker for that. I see Little People, we've got a bunch of them here. So there was a Sam, a Dean, and a Cass. I kind of love that. Let's see, what is that? Tris. Thanks for the fun. The ice cream on the fruit roll up. Then you roll it up, and the roll up gets credit. I've never tried that. Is it good? Is it actually good? I've never tried it. So she mentioned it. She was like, it's a trend. So I'm firing my computer image. This thing's been off for a minute. All she could see on my stuff was my, she said, I like that you had your face, that she could see my avatar across the top of it. So let's see, where were we? Oh yeah. I cannot even take your idiot statement, she continues, going after Shizzy here. Randall was convicted of federal crimes and more. You and your supporters are the biggest idiots I've ever experienced. Proceed with caution. All used as evidence. Shiz, you are truly an idiot. This audience is monkey brains, spoon-fed by idiots like this. I make no money from YouTube. I simply report truth with no financial motive. Here's the thing. It doesn't make you a better source of truth because you don't monetize. Now, if you sell yourself out, if you sell yourself for PR or something to other people, then yeah, you cannot be trusted. But monetizing itself, that doesn't, I see people do that. Well, you can trust me more. No, it absolutely doesn't make me trust you more. You can be wrong. You can be wrong for free. You can be wrong living in the top 0.00001% of the population, or you can be wrong living in the gutter. Anybody can be wrong. Anybody can be right. So it doesn't make you, it's just so dumb there. I make no money. So you should live, I would even go further and to say a very successful lawyer, if I wanted to tune them in, I would want them to make a lot of money, The ones I listen to usually are the ones that can rake in the books. Do a timeline, and you will see who truly is trying to destroy. Shiz, I'm smarter than you, according to public school records. Oh my God. Do you think school records make you smart, by the way? Do you think, you really think that? See, this always kills me. Like I said, I until my stepfather passed away, I was working on a PhD, and I was like, man, why? It's not going to make me that much more money unless I want to go into private practice, and I don't. So, what exactly does that mean? I did not try at all in high school. I hated it. I didn't feel challenged. I read way more than the school required, and you work on the lowest baseline. So I did terrible in high school. I went to community college because I never thought we could afford college anyway. I was the first person in my family to do it, and I went all the way. Garnered my master's degree, and I had 2 years left on my PhD before all this stuff. I mean, I don't even want to get into that, but regardless, that doesn't make me anybody. That means nothing. There are plenty of people out there that are smarter than me. I think shopping your resume and saying I'm smarter, that doesn't mean anything. Jack's mom, thanks for that 18 months, by the way. Does she think it's a live video? It's bizarre. Yes, no, I'm not a doctor. I think she needs some pharmacological. Well, she does need. I think she has some issues. Leslie, she said she has mental issues, but you can't question her because of that. But still, it doesn't make these things better. It does make me feel gross in the way, like I said, these people tried to weaponize that portion of her. They knew that if she was just off the rails, that you would do this. In fact, like I said, she didn't sleep. She was not sleeping at all for days. You could see her in this phase, and they were happy about it. Now I guess they're less happy. They're mad at her now, and they're talking all kinds of crap about how she needs to be bankrupted. But it's wild. Shiz, what are your qualifications on law? Education, please. Shiz, did you attend 4 years of law school to train you about law? Or I reported something you have no education about? Shizzy, loser, gay nut. Shizzy fights for a man so Shizzy gets followers. Now that is a effing real man whose agenda is carried out. Hale and the gay supporters influence who wants subscribers. Men advocating for Hale's other losers are gay, in my opinion. Come on, Shiz. You have no legal education. Shiz, come on. This reporting coming from me, a retired lawyer, is seriously primitive. Shiz, I effing love you. There's something about you that I love. Shiz, there is something about you that I truly trust and like. Look at this. I mean, it's crazy. You admit to me, is this not like loony? Is this not kind of nuts? Andre says, I will go back. Like I said, I'll catch everybody. I'm catching some stuff in the moment because I want to see what people are thinking. Thanks for 11 months. Lips definitely needs professional help. Get some type of medication. Yeah, I wonder, Lips, are you continuing with your help? I mean this in a nice way. I do not, by the way, unfortunately, the way that she comported herself and all the crazy shit that she did before, it's not, none of this makes it better. Like I said, doxing, things like that, that is an attempt to do harm, not just to me, but everyone around me. Like I said, she failed on that, but she thought she did. And she really did do it to Shizzy. She absolutely did it. And when she did it, it felt so coordinated because you had Bruce picked it up just like that. Bam, bam. And I'm curious, since Leslie, since you're talking about all this, who did you tell his identity to that pushed it out there so fast? That's a question. Now, let me see if that question can be thrown out there, Rogue Pirate, thanks for the 2. Hey, Lurker Fee, Happy New Year. Hey, Happy New Year to you as well. props to you. Appreciate you. Thank you there. I appreciate it. Green Veggie, thanks for the 5. According to the school system, my IQ went from 67 to 143 in a year. Yeah, the school records mean nothing. That's true. That's true. We had a contest in middle school about book reading, and I would read a lot of books. I still read a lot of books. Now a lot of them, it's more audiobook now than anything, because I don't have as much time. And I'll be reading something. I'll read 2 or 3 things together. I'll be going through a live stream, marking it while I'm listening to an audiobook or driving. But I still read. But we had a year where we had this, and I was reading so many books. They made me take tests. So they didn't do it to anybody else, but they're like, no way you're reading that much. I'm like, really? That's not even that many books. But the year before, they just, you go from average in their eyes to, oh man, maybe you are. And that's a problem in schools. It's a problem because they write off a lot of students. And what you're saying is absolutely true. Hey, what's up, Puzzle? Thanks, 5. I'm treating Supernatural and MST3K from episode 1. Yeah, that's a lot of seasons. That's roughly 30 plus seasons show. Yes, that is a lot. I'm in the middle of season 11 with Supernatural. This is where it grinds a little bit because it gets to the darkness. A lot of work there. Raging Nana, thanks for the 24 months. She's totally lost her mind. Yes, it seems pretty wild, doesn't it? Bonnie, thanks for the 5. Liv says she's on a health kick, not putting anything in her body that doesn't come from the earth. Does that mean she's off her meds? That's actually a good. Does that mean that, Leslie? That doesn't mean. Hopefully, you're just talking about food, right? You're not talking about like self-medication and things like that, because I mean, again, here's the problem. Mania feels good. People report how good they feel in those moments.
Valentine's Day for you?
Oh, what? She's talking about Valentine's today. What's happening with Valentine's Day?
Guess what I'm going to give you? Oh.
What do you give me for Valentine's Day? Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, it's old, but it's still.
Yeah, well, it's cute, right? Here, I'll put it down here. Thank you. Is your tablet dead? Do I need to charge it? All right. Hey, go upstairs, and do you want a clean day or a lazy day?
Crazy.
You want a crazy day? Is that what you said?
No, I'm lazy.
All right, well, go upstairs. You better do your thing. Close my door, okay? And I'll charge your tablet up. All right?
And what do you do on live stream tomorrow? It's gonna be just cuteness.
Oh, I better have a live stream on cuteness tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's on Megan. Hey,
some of the stuff you usually talk about.
it's on Megan Fox's channel tomorrow, so we'll see. All right, but hey, go do your thing, okay? If you're not on a lazy day, like I said, and that'll be charged up in a little bit, okay? Love you. Close my door. It's so funny. Let's see. Non-pen said education isn't everything, but everything is nothing without education. What matters is what you make. That's very true. That is very true. Education too is not, you don't just learn things in like a school setting. That's one of the problems with IQ testing and more. We have people that they know plenty of things about survival, street smarts. I mean, again, it's been a lot of, but yeah, for sure. It's what you do with it. Like leg warmers too. Do you have to pay for medication over there? Yes. Yes, we do. We have to pay for doctors, medication, anytime you go somewhere. You have to pay for the insurance to have it. So every month, I pay an ungodly amount of money that I'm not even going to say for insurance. Okay, with insurance, if you don't understand how the U.S. works, you pay that money, then you have a deductible. So before they do anything, you have to pay thousands more dollars on top of that. Then they will have a cap out. So they'll start paying like a percentage after that until you reach a certain total. So out of the year, I can pay like, I can't remember what the thing is, $5,000 to $10,000 out of pocket on top of everything I have to pay per month. Yeah. And you can go bankrupt and lose everything because you get sick. Yes, it's a terrible setup. Terrible. You know, and you know, we were always told that, well, expedience. That's why, you know, professionals in expedience. Well, it took me 6 months to get my last test. So there ain't no expedience. You know, I paid 6 months of premiums and stuff. That's awful, awful, awful. Anyway, I'll rant about that all night. But yeah, you have to pay for medication, everything. Nothing is free. And B, thanks for the 3 months. You can be book smart and sensible stupid. That is very true. I've known many people like that. I've known many. And his mom, thanks for the 5, paying lurker tax. Hope everyone's having a great night. Yeah, it's been good so far for sure. And thank you all again. Oh my God, you know what's crazy? I thought that was the end of the statements. It's not. Well, check this out. Oh my Lord. I didn't realize that wasn't the end. I looked at that and it had this gap here, but I didn't look over and notice the bar because there's more. Oh my Lord. Oh my gosh. I thought it ended. Oh, that's great. So she ended. Look, it went from you're crazy and piece of your monkey brain and stupid to I effing love you. There's something I truly trust and like. It's all good entertainment. I get it. Shizzy, why are you giving legal analysis without legal education? Shizzy, I write music too. Shame you don't know me. You might be my friend. Shiz, I haven't roasted you yet. You appear as a sweet guy. Remember, she's going to dox him because after this stuff, okay? Shiz, I hope you don't think Legally Leslie has been added. I'm suing Hales in state court. And as of today, nothing he has filed against me in federal court. Wow, that aged like fine milk, didn't it? By the way. Shiz, why do males go to bat for Hales? I'm open-minded and my best friends are gay. What? Oh, Lord. What does that have to do with anything? My best friends are gay. Okay. Shiz, you're cool. Shiz, she's called him Ziz. I would care, but if you didn't obsess over me, you're obsessing over me. So the next day, she goes on a dirty deleting spree. She starts to delete everything, but was still commenting while deleting. So she's deleting and adding them at the same time. Thank you, by the way, Jack's mom. Saw that roll in. Thank you very much. Again, I will catch everybody if I missed you earlier on. It's fun to see what everybody thinks on there. I can't do that with every stream, but today was fun, you know. So you can see, yeah, there's comments where you can see it deletes down to 82 comments. So there were 100 and what was the number? What page is this? 11. So at the beginning, sorry about scrolling like this, but so there were 144, right? She goes in, she starts deleting, and she deletes from the 140. Oh my God. I mean, think about how crazy this is. So she has all these comments there, and she does this a lot, by the way. This isn't just the first thing that she does. So she starts out with 144 comments, 70 plus of them. Again, well over half are hers. Then she goes in and she deletes 62 comments. So she deletes the majority of her comments, but she starts adding new comments while she's deleting. She's like, poor Shiz, I need to give you money. You're a nice guy pulled into this BS. And people are like, yo, what do you want? You've posted more than 56 comments in this comment section. Do you know how YouTube works? Also, you look absolutely deranged. And speaking about legal stuff, it's not giving legal advice. Like you trying to do. She's like, you're a monkey brain. Hodunk. Too stupid. By the way, when you're calling someone too stupid, please spell it right. Please use the right iteration, you know. TOO. I mean, again, if you're going to insult someone's intelligence, I'm so much smarter than you. Get it right, at least. To understand it, genius IQ people like me. You are too stupid to understand that I am a genius. I love it. You know, I do love the drama. I heard this the other day. They're like, oh my God, Tug loves the drama. You know, shit, have I ever said I didn't? Have I ever shopped to you that I don't love getting down in there and laughing at the stupid? Oh my God. I absolutely love laughing at the stupid stuff. But I'm worth more than, I didn't put this in here, by the way, but I love that. I love that the genius IQ gets gets questioned. I'm a genius. I am worth more than Jimmy could imagine. Shiz, I'm smarter than you, according. Leslie wanted to be roasted, and she defends it. And she did ask for roast, by the way. So she also put up a post at one time when she's flipping out, and she actually lists what really blows my mind is she asked for let me see. Here's the roast me. So she puts up these comments about hot lips, you can roast me. And some of them again are pretty wild. There's a picture where again, it looks like she's had me murdered and choked to death with the chain around my neck. No mask on, she's again trying to absolutely say, yep, which is really creepy, by the way, when a nutso person. But she puts, look, the roast thing, just to make this clear in case people have forgotten, she absolutely did ask for roasts. She was like, oh, that umbrella guy, look, I'm the first one on there. She's like, roast me, DJ Radis. She did not like the DJ. So she added the DJ Radis roast after she had asked for it. She adds it into her litigation. This is before she dropped it. But she added in DJ Radis. So she asked for that. So you can't do that. You can't ask people, hey, roast me, then utilize what you ask for as proof that you're being harassed. But she was like, since everyone, and she put in the Hales, she was like, since everyone is having such a fun time roasting me, and you clearly can see I can hold my own with content creation, I challenge each of you boys to create a video by Friday, the ultimate roast, and I will do the same against you, and we can have everyone vote on the best content, because I must say your content is boring me. And I'm hungry for good content. Remember, she's now saying that, oh man, all the people out here just basically, she's saying it nicely, but she's saying everyone that tunes into this is a drama whore. Okay? Nowadays, because she doesn't want it anymore. But when she wanted it, oh, you are all boring me. You gotta hit hard. Huh, what happened? Game on. See which boy has the courage to be a true content creator of a short 2 to 5. And did you enjoy Ricada? I think he took the crown on that roast, by the way. I'm just going to say that listening to some of Ricada's stuff, he definitely did that. Like for me, like I am not, for myself anyway, I'm not a roaster of that type, Remember, even from the very first email, right? The very first thing. Let me clip this from you. I mean, we've talked about it before, but she makes it all about Leslie. It's so bizarre. So let's look. I'm going to show you some other stuff in a minute, but first I want to finish those clips that we were looking over that Hale's posted, because they're interesting. I think these are kind of fascinating thing, again. So it goes over the channel, right? Because she's again being told, this is what you need to do.
Go in peace. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
So is the channel still up? What video did they get you on? You should call the website What the F2. So the name change. This is something Jeremy didn't note, but I noticed out there. Okay, so she changed the banner from What the Hales. She took a shot of it and she called it What the F. Okay. When she did that, she was directed to do that. So she was absolutely directed by the person that is being sued for trying to damage business. She's directing people to go in and to attack his business. Isn't that wild? So the very things that they're denying over there, the very things that they're denying are the very stupid things that they're doing. Let me see. I've got the banner for that too. It's wild there. One second, I clear my throat. Sorry about that. Man. Good Lord. There's so many Leslie things, but I'm looking for that banner there because it's amazing to see who directed her to do that. You know? I mean, for me, that is such good evidence because again, she was saying, these people, they're not involved. They're not doing anything. And yet, okay, I put it under the obits. My God, there's so much of it. It's so crazy. I forget every time I look into it. Remember, this is the same person that faked their obit. Apparently, again, her people were saying, "Oh, I didn't realize that she had been banned." Remember, she opened up while she was banned. By the way, she opens up this new channel too. She puts up all these crazy freaking posts about Megan Fox, which are still up, by the way. Because so she banned evades. When it's always amazing too when they do that. God, there's so many of these. I don't know if I can find that right off the top of my head. I was looking, I was like, man, I forget how many. Usually I can find something really fast by that, but I have, from those time period, from trying to keep up with all of her crazy, and every time I take a screenshot, I have a habit of taking a screenshot of the video itself, that way you can see what it is. And when I had to download over 100 videos and that, I haven't downloaded the music ones and stuff. Not really. I've downloaded a couple, but you get the thing. I'll pull it up later and I'll post it. But she told them to call it again, What the F. So that's really interesting. We got some censoring. That was fast. It may have been the YouTube bots that did it. I agree. Okay. So let's see. Now I'm banned for a week from posting. I don't think it was from anyone reporting because it was immediately taken down within 5 minutes of posting it. Yeah, it probably got hit with a combination. I'm sure people reported it because you said that Megan Fox, and then you put child stuff on the title itself, and it was very, very defaming. So yeah. It got taken down by YouTube, but it was probably on reports too. I'm sure people reported the hell out of that because that's nasty business, Then we have a F you, Lisa. F you, Lisa. How dare you go live telling everyone I was playing Jeremy? You were starting this drama. You did this with your audience to F me over. To think I trusted you. Leave me the F alone. Man, this is how typical ecosystem stuff goes, by the way. Have you noticed that? The wheels fall off of any type of relationship. Hey, by the way, Rogue Mama, thank you there. I didn't see that one roll in. Thanks for the 2 there. She posted, she's naturally treating bipolar. Oh, Lord. It's not working, Leslie. I'm not trying to be look, I'm going to be as nice as I can in these statements. I spent a lot of time in mental health, and I realized that bipolarism feels good when you're on top. I've heard that from plenty of people, you know, because there's no consequences to anything. You can do anything you want. The only problem is that you're not just harming yourself, Leslie. You're harming the people around you, and you have people that they have to depend on you. Well, you know, they have to. So you need to be going and getting legit help, because what you're doing now is not working. It shows. You can work on quite a few things too. You know, and again, I'm saying that with the nicest way possible. Very much. You need to get on medication. Lordy. If you are treating this stuff holistically, it's not working. My God. And one day you're going to wake up and you're going to have nothing left, Leslie. It may be that you may already be there. Just to be honest, you may already be there. So, you know, at the end of the day, oh my God, some of the stuff I can't believe, like some of the insanity that is clipped in this. Let's see, Hale B. Preston. I kept a folder of most of the crazy that's gone on. You know, now I've had to add to it, and you know, it grows and it grows and it grows, but it's quite the interesting little assortment of things that have been done by quite a few of these people. And what's wild is let Preston actually solicits. I mean, you can tell that a lot of this stuff is coordinated. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying they let everybody in on the plan. Like, Leslie, were you let in on all the plans? Well, maybe, maybe not. I doubt you were let in on everything, for sure, but you were let in on some stuff, I'm sure. I've seen some of the, oh God, the lib stuff, my Lord. Lady, God, there's a bunch of this. I'm looking at the Hales versus Preston, just the thumbnails of everything that I've pulled up. God, man, I didn't realize there was so much of it either. It's gotten big enough that I have to keep a backup of all of it too. Good Lord. Leslie's first contact, though, even that was wild. Check this out. Her first contact. I'm going to pull that up for you. Actually, I need to pull it up without the identifiables. So give me a second. I mean, there's so much, like, people I think have forgotten. They don't remember. This was the I thing. Check this out. This is what I called the I letter. If I reach out to someone the first time, I'm trying to get to know them. But if you look at this letter, just focus in on it and look for the letter I. Look how many capitalized I's you see. I wanted to first say, I had no idea who you were or what YouTube channel you had until this weekend. I am a retired lawyer who retired of defamation for my career. I want to tell you, let you know, I know very well about defamation. My name is Leslie Federicos. I was born in blah, blah, blah. I have remained in Florida since I was 5. I went to law. You see how it is. I mean, Lord, lady. I mean, from go. And of course, you also told him at the beginning, even though you said that you had not looked into this case, you weren't part of it, you weren't making any kind of assessment on it, you were also giving advice and telling him, hey, you know, I heard you calling people names. Flagrant, actually is what it says. That is blagrant disrespect, mockery, made them into characters, making fun of them. To find your way back to God. I'm like, are you kidding me? So wild, even from go. But what's funny now is that after all of this stuff, now you have some true chips showing and everything. She actually, I really think Leslie might want to stick to some stuff like this, because it was kind of interesting to see her talk about Bruce, old Brucey Bruce. She talked about the order against him. Now, I still don't, I realize, I can bring up the video, but I would much rather do it with transcripts. I don't trust them. I don't like their false flagging ways. Many of these people, they're fine with you today, but then they start trying it again. And again, look at Ricada. And that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be able to cover things and yet, but now it's funny though, because when she goes through again, she spent, let me see, how long was it? 12 minutes talking about it. And she's essentially saying, Bruce, yeah, you got a problem. You got a real problem. And it's very easy to see that too. It's very easy to see that because, the docket's full of it. But within the ecosystem, they will not tell you, the people, the truth on that at all. And it's interesting just to see people break off from that and be like, hey, let me read you the docket. Let me read you an item here. Now, this is the same person, though, that told us that Shizzy Wisnut was also going to be in trouble if he gave any opinions on the law. So take that as you will. But going through this, talk about who is attached to it, who is the attorney, who was part of it, Scott Stark, etc. Oh, my Lord. Pick up here. We'll pick up about 3 minutes in. Now, what I noticed is in September, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to play it. I don't care. I don't want to read that. I'm going to play this thing. No, you know what? I'm not going to. I don't trust him enough not to false flag it. I was like, I'm going to. Nah, I don't feel like dealing. I don't want to argue over somebody like this. They're not worth the, whoops, that's the wrong one. They're not worth the false flagging bullshit when they try it, because they'll try. Now, 60% of YouTube's workforce at this moment is automated. So can they get through with it? Maybe. But she tells you here, now, with the protective order, she says, now, what I noticed is in September, when I was reading through the docket, there was a motion for a protective order, okay? And this particular motion for protective order, which I'm going to share with you, does not look like somebody who is not an attorney wrote it. Indeed. It's very transparent, and it's funny because she's calling out Bruce here. I kind of think that's fun. Chance, thanks for 3 months, by the way. I always sigh when I'm due diabetic, refuses medication because taking cinnamon capsules doesn't change diet. Vision is crap and feet neuropathy. Yeah, people, I realize there are holistic medications that work, by the way. I do. I get that. I'm not shooting down the fact that people can find that. But you know what? If you get to the point, especially in your life, that you're having out of control problems, that probably says you yourself don't know how to control them. You can read all you want and everything else, but you're just spinning, and people who are spinning, they need to let other people try to fix that. But she says it looks like it pretty much had to be an attorney. Okay. That's true. So when you look through this particular motion for protective order, you're going to look at it as nicely done. I don't know about nicely done. Done like an attorney. Okay. I highly doubt that Michelle Preston wrote it. I doubt that too. That would be my first tip off. I would have been like, oh my God, with this motion. For the plaintiffs, first of all, you have to know procedural to even ask for a protective order. And that's true too. For them to even ask for that, somebody had to tell them to file it. So as she's saying, these are clues that how involved is Bruce, and like I said, I love it because what we're seeing here is we're seeing the collapse of the very thing these people built up. If Bruce, they have to ask whose fault this is too. They'll all be like, Leslie, she's a turncoat. She's this and that. But they weren't very nice in the ecosystem to Leslie. Like I said, I do not like Leslie. I make no qualm about it. I do not accept your apology, by the way. You know, I don't have to. You know, again, you try to dox me, no thanks. You know, serenading with music and stuff, no thanks. But at the same time, I don't pretend to be your friend. These people, they pretended until they get on live streams, and Bruce made an absolute fool of her. You know, Volpe talks about her like a dog, and others too. You know, those aren't just she's still under the, I guess, the opinion or delusion that some of these other people have been her friends, which is absolutely not the case, by the way. Hey, what's up, Travis? Thanks for the fun. I'm bipolar, schizo for rage, and this lady makes me seem sane. Indeed. If I was her, I'd get off I wouldn't get off the meds, especially she's a teacher. She's no longer teaching, according to her. She is no longer. She was asked to resign, is what it sounds like. But yeah, I mean, well, part of a mental disorder is understanding that this is impacting you, but it doesn't just impact you, it impacts other people. You may think, the world's normal around it, because that's your normal. So, when you're acting out and acting like, off the wall, that's just normal for these folks. But again, who am I to comment on that? Well, I spent, like I said, over a decade in mental health. I started out as a case manager. I worked my way up from a case manager. I started in that, but I had the qualifications right off the top to be a therapist. There just wasn't a job opening at the time. And I thought it'd be interesting to see from the ground floor how mental health works. So I started doing it as a case man. Now, before that, I had worked before I went to college, I worked with people that, again, remember the names have changed, but I'm going to use short. You'll know what the letter means. They worked with mental illness, MI, and then they had to also have an MR designation. Now, we don't use the R anymore, but at the time they did. Okay. So I worked with MI, MR, but I worked as a ground floor worker, went to college, got a case management job, then became a therapist. I worked as a director, as I ran my own facility, and then after that, I worked my way all the way up into the hierarchy of a company, and then I've unemployed. So it was an interesting learning stretch, but I do kind of know what I'm talking about, with some of this. Again, I'm not saying I'm the smartest person in the world. I'm just saying, kind of know a little bit of that. But I mean, these people are skilled things. I mean, these are skilled things that an attorney would need to know and that a common lay person would not know. That's true. And I can see in the writing of this, it's a legal. I can't explain it. It definitely looks like someone Legal Bryant wrote it, but Michelle Preston signs her name. Yes. Well, I think you explain it right here, by the way. Leslie's actually writing this. When you look at the procedure, why would Michelle Preston is not high IQ. Okay. Let's just be honest. She makes some terrible mistakes, and I mean that. I don't think that's an insult as much as just a matter of fact assessment. She may be good with certain traits like manipulation and things like that, but she's not out there understanding the law. All right. So moving on, it looks like the next motion is we're looking at this. Let's see, to the top is a motion for sanctions. Jeremy filed shortly after. It's filed in October. So she pulls that up, and for the unlicensed communication and sanctions. And honestly, I would think the same thing too, because Michelle lost her attorney. That's right. We know that Bruce Manskin has been on, pro hoc vice attorney for federal case for her, which leads me to tell you guys, you cannot, when you're a licensed attorney and you want to practice in a case, because I did this, she says, for New York, you have to fill out an application. That's right. To handle a particular case, wherever you have to have permission. And again, it is case by case. So yes, she's talking about Bruce. Like I said, she's pointing out the fact that, again, Bruce Matskin done messed up, and anybody can see it, So, which means that when she got approved by Pro Hoc VHA, I'm only getting approved for one case. So when Bruce Matskin, when he got Pro Hoc VHA approval, You can see it doesn't understand Pro Hoc VJ, but he would have had to have approval with it. The case in front of us for the thumbnail case, for him to even partake in this capacity, because he was, from my understanding, approved only in the federal. That is right. He only did, and he was fired, by the way. So from the look of it, and also from the we're about to look at emotional, kind of telling, hey, we've got this person, Bruce Manskin, who's out of state. We know he's communicating with it. It's more than that. He's writing letters to the court. You got to read those. They absolutely, it's not about him writing filings. He's also writing to the court. And by the way, on this too, as we know, again, she threw Bruce under the bus multiple times. And she has done this to everybody. Look, when I say she did this with myself, I hear a kiddo coming. Give me a second. I'm pulling some up, by the way, while I'm there. Hey, kid, what's up? What you doing?
M-O-N is home.
Okay. Well, why don't you go do your thing?
And you're the best. You remember last night when I was going to get more games and you said you did Hale?
Yeah, you can get another game. Take it upstairs, okay?
I can get
Yeah, I'll approve it. I'll approve it. You can get 3, I told you, for the day. 3. Okay. All right. Love you. Close my door, though. I'll approve them if you send them through, okay? All right. Close the door. There you go. So remember, again, she didn't make any secret about this, just to add this in for anybody who missed this on 25 seconds. But she made it very clear that, although it's interesting, when she says this, as people have asked, she makes the point of saying, I cut Bruce and his wife loose. You notice that in this? Listen to this.
Discharged Bruce. I discharged him and his wife.
Him and his wife.
But I will, and I don't. There's been a lot of things between Bruce and I. And I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah. But I do need Bruce at the moment. I cannot write these motions by myself. And unfortunately, I need the help that he's giving me.
See, so, I mean, you have that from there. For sure. I mean, she made it clear in her statement. She told many people, and according to Tina, which is very, very believable, by the way, she would even lie about that in a court. She was planning on lying. Now, she didn't show up for the hearing, but she was planning on lying about that. I think that's terrible, man. It's absolutely like to think that she would have lied about that. When did what did the wife get involved? Well, they're part of the law firm, but I'm wondering, curiosity with that and letting them both go. How involved are we talking about here? Again, I'm very curious about that. Like, it brings up a legit question to me. Because we know, like Stark's wife, for example, she was very involved in everything that was going on. You can see that from all of the reviews. It wasn't just her running the front desk. I mean, her involvement was wow. So I'm curious again how involved she was in everything. I wonder what she'll say too when the court sanctions everything from that's probably going to be wild as well. And what's up, Vanessa, by the way? I'm like a bug. I'll show her this. It'd be cool. She might come back. Who knows? Happy New Year to you and to Sissy. Have you got enough lip gloss? She did. She actually got a bunch of lip gloss too. It was awesome. This is a great year. Girls and family. Yeah, me too. Finally, having a lot of craziness put back. I'm hoping for a breakthrough year this year. So we'll see. It definitely, it's been going good so far. So I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it there. But so with this, let's see, where was it? Now they're talking about contacting. So here's the email portion. So if you look at the motion at the beginning, I think what's most telling is the emails. Yeah. because the email's got an attorney. It's like attorney ethics 101. I've never considered contacting a judicial assistant. Yeah, and apparently they didn't just go with judicial affairs. Although, Leslie, didn't you say that you wrote the courts? I have postings where you yourself said that you wrote the courts, not put in filings, but you wrote them. Maybe you should clarify that, because you made a very big deal about that. And on top of it, you stated on live streams that you were writing every court and letting them know about Hales. So when you say, I've never considered contacting, are you sure about that? Because like I said, you made a really big deal about how you were going to do that. So like I said, that should have a lot more clarity, because you bragged about doing it. Again, either you did it and you're lying about it here, or you didn't do it and you lied about it then. I'm not sure, but you definitely clarified. And again, we're not talking about when you inserted a case that did not belong, a case, by the way, that you dropped, but you inserted that into everything else. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you made other statements too. And I can pull those if you'd like to see them. But I'll talk about the assistant there, that's listed. She's been in front of Judge Grow before, and this particular one, he's basically saying it's from him, but he's talking on behalf of Miss Preston's bankruptcy. Yeah, he's talking on behalf of them two, for Mr. Hales and Mr. Shockey, on behalf of substantial things pertaining to the law, responsive complaint, I mean, these are things that are highly inappropriate. Yes. So she's noting, again, she's right in this, very much so. I mean, this is just basic stuff. Like you said, Law 101. You should know better. You don't, as an attorney, insert yourself into something. That would absolutely be considered unlicensed practice law. And that's exactly what the court, of course, they didn't even show up to try to defend themselves in it, which is amazing, It's, he's engaging in actions that would constitute, that only an attorney would understand or know what to do, right? And in counseling her and directing her, now he's taking it to contacting the judicial assistant. So we see, again, the 6th, he continues to do that. October 6th, the continuation. It continues October the 7th. I mean, it's ridiculous. This is ridiculous indeed. It is ridiculous. You didn't say that, but that is what it is. So needless to say, he's essentially just done the capacity. He absolutely lying. He's held himself out to be. It's illegal. Yes. Reverend or legal counsel for Miss Preston. So you'll see when you go to the order. Now, again, the ecosystem absolutely lied about this order, which is amazing, because anybody can just look at it and tell that he's got a problem. The order comes in on that. So going to the order where they actually grant that, skips around a little bit. Okay, so here the court specifically says that Bruce Madskin has engaged in communications with the court and the parties, in this case, including emails. And they reference the same emails. I just showed you guys. Yes, I'm putting them through, by the way. I saw you request them. It takes a minute.
3 games already requested.
All right.
That was fast.
Yeah, I know. You found 3 you wanted to play with?
Yeah, a
Now,
piano.
that one is going to have... That one's got a bunch of ends in it, I think. Not the piano.
One?
The last one you asked about, the running one. I think.
I guess you won't have to accept it.
I already did accept it, but I think it will. I'm putting through the 2 piano. Hey, don't play the piano one here, okay? Oh, by the way, hey, come here for 1 second.
Remember how you said you didn't care one night?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. You're fine with it. I'm Hey, look, by the way, you got Vanessa said, "Oh, happy anniversary." I said, "Happy birthday, happy New Year." Then I said, "Happy anniversary," my brain. She said, "Oh my gosh, to you, happy New Year to you and Sissy." She asked if you got enough lip gloss. You got a bunch, didn't you?
I need more.
Yeah, you got a bunch.
I need more.
And said, "Hope that's a great year. You need more." All right. Well, hey, I approved your stuff. Take them upstairs, okay?
Why did you put the first?
If that one, hey. I went from the last to the first. That's the way they came in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They came in because you put them all together. So they come in, stack on top of each other, So it sends them like one giant email. So I click through the last at the first. That's how I saw it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Close the door, though.
Okay.
Love you. I like that too. Mama Bear. Yeah, can get me off Skid Row money. If you all missed that, that was really funny. So Jay was he was running a live stream. He was watching everything that was going on, and like this alleyway, and a person comes stumbling in that has an umbrella that is just like everything for me. I thought that was funny. He's like, oh my gosh, that's an umbrella guy. And then, they fall down. Bam. Of course, they face plant. It was pretty funny as a live stream. Okay, so back here. So they reference all of the emails there. And as anyone, again, this is one of the parts that they like to skip over, that the unlicensed practice of law is a third-degree felony in Florida. So absolutely, it is referable for prosecution, Now she goes through, again, the hierarchy of how that would go, what would happen with that, who could actually determine it. And again, yes, everybody knows that there's a hierarchy for it, They have to, how that has to go. I mean, it's pretty easy, and she said too, it is. It's pretty easy because the emails are what give the game away. I mean, he was so brazen about it that he decided to throw the emails in. Hey, Emma, that's cute. Thank you. Thank you for that super sticker, by the way. That's really cute. It's awesome. That's your 20th super chat on a live stream. On any live stream, by the way, just a note. So thank you there, Yeah, that's right, Wolf. When the guy popped up walking down the alleyway too, it was right when I'd had a raid too. So, I mean, it was like perfect timing. It was the weirdest thing. It was funny. So even she's like, oh, Bruce, I mean, it's probably got to be fun to be able to point this out too. Leslie is loving this kind of thing because Bruce is the one who went on a live stream and talked to her essentially like she was an absolute moron, and again, these are people that are supposed to be in her corner. You have these people treating her like crap. And what was really weird about it, again, they can disagree with her on the law. I mean, that's totally fair, but that's not what they did. She's going in and she was reading through the docket. One of the things, again, I base everything that I talk about on looking at the docket. And she had at least gone in, looked at the docket, was looking at case. I disagree with some of her conclusions, but that's a different thing. You would think that these people, even if they disagree, they would be semi-nice about it. But no, man, Bruce was like, I mean, he just talked to her like she was a dog. So yeah, you got to think that she's probably like, Bruce. Isn't that amazing? Pickled Tink, thanks for the 10 there. Tug, am I the only one who remembers what BBC's filings look like? That's true. They look like what LMNOP's newer filings in Fed 1. Those filings were just yeah, they were a mess for sure. But the thing is, like, the whole process, what she's saying here, like, I think she gives, you're correct, first of all, she gives too much credit for how that looked. But we've seen what her filings look like scribbled on napkins. You remember those protective order ones? They might as well have been jotted down. Again, we used to talk about how they look like the Zodiac Killer's freaking notes. And they were that messed up. But what she was saying in this, and it's true, to even ask about the protective order, when she's going through this, to even say, hey, I need this. She wouldn't know to do that. She's got to have somebody telling her to do that. And I agree. Now, were they great? Fine? No, absolutely not. I very much disagree with that. But they spoke some legalese, and they were enough of a mess still that, after a while you get used to how ChatGPT looks and sounds. So you could tell they weren't ChatGPT, but they were definitely, they weren't highbrow attorney. They were free attorney, I'm going to say. Emma, thanks for the 2 there. I've done way more than 20 super chat. Well, that's what it says under your super chat for me. It says, let's celebrate their 20th super on a live stream. So regardless, I was like, well, thank you. I have no idea what the real number is. That's just what it says, for me. So it's like, all right, that's awesome, But I mean, you've been around for a while, a good while there. I don't think it counts memberships into Super Zounder. So just to note that. Weirdly, it doesn't, like, YouTube separates the two. And I kind of don't like that. I think they're the same thing. I realize they're a different procedure, but they're still kind of the same thing, But anyway, I digress. But yes, thank you. Regardless, 22,000. You've been here for a long time. I appreciate you. You add in commentary. Everything. So thank you. Let's see. So they talk about the crimes. What's going on. He probably will end up picking up an attorney. I'm figuring. As well, aren't you, Bruce? You'll probably have to pick up an attorney there, which will cost you money as well, which kind of sucks for you. But yeah, a prosecutor will have to decide whether that's a problem for him or not, which, so the Florida Supreme Court, they decide about that, etc., etc. So anyway, what she's telling you here is that she's calling out Bruce, which again, to me, this points out a major disruption in the ecosystem, a huge one, because we have gone from all of these people pretending to hold hands and kumbaya to them going on live streams, not getting along, to it now digressing to the point that, they're like, call outs abounding. And this was bad of Bruce. This is stupid. Whether or not you like Bruce, this was a very dumb move by him. A very, very dumb move. AJ's World, thank you for the 2, by the way. 3 days until surgery. Getting so nervous. Love you. Hey, love to you, man. Prayers as well. Multiple. You know what, AJ? Very much love to you. And, we'll be around every day, recuperating days, whatever, but keep you in our prayers and our thoughts too. Emma, thanks for volunteering. Okay, YouTube is weird. I've been sending to you alone for like 3 or 4. It's just weird. That's no more for today. Spend it wise. Indeed. And thank you. Thank you. It is weird about how it keeps up. Who knows? I see the milestone thing. I'm like, hey, that's awesome. Leave it to YouTube to jack that one up though, right? But by itself, that regardless of any of that is much appreciated. And you are appreciated. Thank you. William. So, husband, I would be upset if my spouse was saying some of the things Lips said in Shizzy's comments. We all look and admire beauty in others, but absolutely no flirt. Yes, indeed. Well, she was talking about, this is something too, I thought. She was talking about how she had a crush on Jeremy Hales, right? She said this in one of her newer videos. And I thought, man, I don't think I would appreciate that as a spouse. I don't think I would appreciate that at all. Now, again, I don't know their relationship. I don't know how anything is in there. But I thought, man, I don't know if the way that came across, again, I get like a celebrity crush or whatever. I mean, I can get that. I think a lot of people have had those. But just the way it came across, I thought, my God, that doesn't sound very good, It was just so, I don't know, so bizarre. Like all of it is bizarre though. I mean, when you get down to it all, Let's see. God, there is so much. You have her. I don't know. I mean, she was running so many accounts out there before. Like I said, I kept up with them for a long time, and they were something else. So let me see. I want to see if I would pull any more up today. Leslie. I mean, there's a bunch out there though. Just in the old folders alone, I have. It's showing that are earmarked for her. It's showing 3,000 freaking screenshots, videos, etc. That is wild, actually. I remember her threads though, back when. So she here, let me show you this. When she was dropping people and adding people to lawsuits and stuff, she was still making threads. She was like, "Oh, that umbrella guy, he's not off the hook still. Oh, it's terrible." And I was like, "Well, I'm not being sued, or I am what?" And she decided on her man, you hear the kids arguing with each other. She posted, by the way, this is on Twitter. She had Twitter account and everything else that, "Oh, you're not off the hook yet." Oh, and posted some crazy shit too. But you can see, I mean, this is when she voluntarily dropped us the first time. It's such a wild freaking ride to go back and to look at all of the Twitter posts, and there's so much of it. I couldn't believe how much of it. Let me see. Good Lord, that was loud.
That's Mom. Here. When I press the download, you see it won't download.
Yeah. Well, why don't you delete it and get a different one? Why don't you pick a different one? Yeah, pick a different one then. Okay. I approved it, but if it's messing up, don't worry about it, okay? Go get you a different one, okay? All right. Well, maybe it's a mess.
Yeah, I guess it.
All right. Well, just take it upstairs, and like I said, you ask for another one, okay? He's so funny. Lordy. The kids are funny with all kinds of, here, I'm pulling up. I'm trying to find the location of all of this stuff because there's so much of it. It's like, wow, their open location file. God, there's one of them. So her Twitter alone was pretty interesting. She was here, check this out. This is what she was talking about. Even then, I mean, this is what I mean. She was making threats everywhere and doing all kinds of stuff. Like I posted on Twitter, I was like, "Hey, this is the screenshots." Just straight down her Twitter. But I posted this and she was commenting on them, apparently. I didn't even know that. But she was like, "Oh, he's not off the hook yet." And look, she's posting all these freaking things which she wanted to post, but she's like, "Here's my statement, In response to recent public discussion, Legally Lips has released a statement clarifying her decision to dismiss certain individuals from ongoing lawsuit, emphasizing both legal strategy and a commitment to fairness. Let's make this clear. I'm not interested in trading insults or rehashing the awful things that were said about me without cause. I have my reasons for dropping certain people from a lawsuit now, but let's be real. It was dropped without prejudice. That means if anyone decides to keep making defamatory statements, I have up to 2 years to add them back to a lawsuit. And trust me, see, again, these are threats. If it comes to that, judge won't look kindly on them, especially after I tried to handle this outside the court and gave them the benefit of the doubt. Now, like I said, I want to make this clear. I've made it clear multiple times. This woman never communicated with me at all. Which is a violation, by the way. They didn't send me anything that talked to, I would not have altered what I was saying anyway, but they didn't follow the procedural law. She filed something. She ended up dropping it because it was a garbage lawsuit. she ends up threatening us over and over again that I'll get you, if I have 2 years. You're like, why wait 2 years? Well, you already have us. You had me at hello. Let's do it. But you can see, it's so crazy, But the judge is not going to be looking kindly. Leslie understood that while she is able to withstand personal insults, the spread of the deliberate falsehoods will not be tolerated. I can handle being insulted, but outright lies cross the line. My focus is on people actually leading these defamatory attacks, not every single person who follows along. It's like going after a leader of the cartel, not the soldiers. And then she heads herself back. Some of you might find this funny or try to downplay what's happening. Just know I'm thinking several moves ahead, because she has genius IQ. Dropping certain people doesn't mean they're innocent. It just means my strategy is bigger than you think. Again, I look over the crazy that all of this has been. Everything that was said in it, and lordy, this is the same person while suing that was, God, posting the craziest videos, begging for other people to contact. I've gone through, like I was saying, I started going through all of the stuff that I picked up. And I was kind of stunned by how much stuff that had been picked up. I like, too, that, the connection, again, with the ecosystem, they were all over it. Oh, they were all fans. You can see whether you have Hales being targeted, you have all of these same people like John Cook popping up, being shouted out. You also had Michelle popping up because she says that she was never connected to any of these folks. And it's like, yeah, you actually not only were connected, but you solicited them online. It doesn't matter if you, she did that on Luthman's channel. So while she solicited Luthman, she was soliciting Leslie. She was, it's just wild stuff. I kept a bunch of them on the school thing where she was making comments about that. God, I started back then keeping all I kept the Zodiac letter one comparison. Look at this. This is what I was talking about. I just found that. So look, I was comparing. I think this is a fair comparison, by the way. And I put the two together. I was like, look, here's the Zodiac. Less symbols, but still. Wow. Some of that, it does look like a ransom note, doesn't it? Look at some of this stuff. This is what I mean about some of the early letters, by the way. Here's one of their early letters. Look at this. They look like ransom notes, don't they? This is a response to the judge's orders about Doc whatever, 63, I think. Lynette Preston oppose adding Ray Bonebreaker because he's an elderly veteran who I don't personally know, never spoken to. Like this is on their coordinated, not coordinated effort to go with Bray. But look at it, it's nuts. All these letters come in, they're all over the place. My God. But I've been going through my archive and looking at all of it. It's really funny too. Like this really takes the prize. So she did a press release for the Fats. I don't know if you guys remember that, but it's funny because here, give me a minute. She did 2 press releases as well. This is say she did this for Lisa. It's 100% okay for everything that she did. Now, I'm sure she said, as far as statements, that man, as far as all of this goes, free speech and whatnot. Now, it wasn't free speech when people talked about Leslie, though. That was different. But it's amazing. She did not 1 but 2 press releases, and it was kind of interesting to see, in the aftermath and what they're admitting, like what we found out then and what we keep finding out is how much they knew about her, with sites like Bully Exterminators. I kept all of that too. I kept all the Bully Exterminator stuff. I kept all of those crazy postings that went with that, with them all promoting it. And it's kind of amazing because you got those losers definitely promoting the hell out of it. And I mean, again, it shows that it was coordinated. They colluded on something for sure. I wish Leslie, I don't think you're telling the whole truth. I think you're holding a lot back. And that absolutely, I find that to be disturbing. You know a lot more. They have told us that you've had a larger communications and conversations. I don't know all that you've turned over, but your statements don't align with Lisa's statements. Lisa is communicating that you all have had much more communication. She just says, essentially, she's saying she doesn't think you'll drop everything because it'll hurt you too. That's essentially what she's saying to the public. And, well, you haven't dropped everything. You haven't, I don't think, communicated everything. So that'd be good if you put everything out there. 1 second. Let me see. I was going to show you the ecosystem thing too. So remember when when all of the revenge prawn video came up, by the way, again, on that video itself, the one where Leslie, the solicitation one, it was shared around. It was shared on her platform. It was also shared with Luthman. It was utilized as a weapon. And you had Lynette Preston again solicit them and be like, hey, oh, we're glad. Oh, yeah, you look into this. Thank you for looking into it. Oh, man. Our side. Their side, by the way, was the creation of Revenge Prawn. That was, I can't even show you the picture above it because it locks in on that. But you see this whole collection, this montage of people, including Leslie, that are definitely right there. And it's quite amazing to look over to. It's quite amazing. You see like people like Miltos that's right in there as well. It's so, they loved her back when too. Look at them. Oh, they were promoting her back when. They all promoted her as well. You can see them. Oh man. Oh, I love her. She's so funny. She's so great. Now, they said a lot of things about you behind the scenes, though, Leslie. I've heard some of that. And wowie, wow, you would be shocked by everything. My Lord. Some of it is crazy. Let's see. I'm going to hit super chats. Let me check something. All right. I'm going to go to the top of super chats. Max Lab kicked it off here. Thank you, Max Lab. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for, again, documentation. Everybody who is screenshot and everything else, appreciate that too. I didn't even know that. I figure we'll probably talk about tomorrow the apology, the letter that's to us. Lips is live right now. Yeah, of course she is. She's live a lot. I told her, look, she needs to understand this too, but she can't. She turns off her comments. Anybody say this? Look, 3 things a day. That's all YouTube will spotlight. Otherwise, you're going to end up with like 20 views, and there's no point to it. So 3 things a day max. Oh Lord. But yeah, of course. I mean, I'm not surprised. She's going to be live a lot. I get this feeling. You're going to be live a lot. I wonder what the subject is today, by the way. Let's see the subject today. I'm looking real quick. What are we? Good God. Wait, did that one ended? So actually, she's been on 15 minutes ago. She was on. Good Lord, man. She's deleting some of these too, but she had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 that are showing within 22 hours. And that doesn't count the God. Leslie, come on, man. Three. What's up, Venom? Thanks for the 2 there. SD and a viewer. She made stars in her videos. I want to hear Jay. By the way, we all need to push Jay, including you or anyone else. I think anyone that could have any influence with him needs to get him to do a sing-along with her with the horse with no name. I think that would probably be amazing. Don't you all think so? Fallen Hero, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you always. Thank you for the gifted membership, but thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you. Honey, Winch, thanks for the 13 months. I had to take a little time off, but I'm back trying to catch up. We all had a wonderful December. Indeed. It takes a minute to catch back up, doesn't it? It's been wild. So you probably missed the reintroduction of Leslie. She has come back now, apparently. Oh, my Lord. I mean, the wheels are falling off. It's been December was a wild month. In all of this, bombshells were dropping everywhere. Oh, by the way, the bench will be coming very soon. By the way, you all will love it. It is going to be here very, very soon. So we will be delivering the bench that never was. It is. It is coming. I'm talking about very soon. If you missed out on that too, that was lovely. Stacy, what's up? Dropped 5 giftos. Thank you, Stacy. That's, again, I love it, appreciate it, and I'm glad you guys, again, you support other people too, and thank you. Liz D, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships as well. Look at that. That's beautiful. Like I said, 10 people right there were told, hey, you know what? We appreciate you too. And help that channel as well. Love it. Thank you. Let's see, 1976, Wally Jazz. Thanks for the fun there. Howdy, y'all. I hope you have had a great weekend. I have, actually. I've had a pretty good one. I hope yours is going very, very well, too. Thank you. Weezy Wheels. Thanks for the fun there. Weezy Wheels, checking in. Well, it's good to see you, Weezy. Appreciate the heck out of you. Weezy also dropped a gifto. Thank you for that, too, Weezy. Much appreciated. Hazel, what's up? Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships there. Thank you, Hazel. That is awesome and amazing. Appreciate that. Jada, thank you for the gifted membership. Thank you, Jada. I appreciate the heck out of you for that. Thank you. I loved seeing you too. Like I said, I love that that avatar. It just looks so happy. Like I said, every time I see it. Annie, thank you as well. Thank you. I appreciate you too. Man, I miss days of lounging around. Oh, sounds nice there. Now, let's see. I think I caught everybody through here, but I'm going to thank everybody anyway. I have time to. So thank you, Weezy. Thank you, Emma. This is where the kid came in, the little one. So thank you, Andre. I don't want to miss anybody either. Scat, thank you. Weezy, thank you again. Yeety, thank you. Mama Bear, thank you as well. Sherry, thank you. Jimmy, I like that. I like the way that comes in. Jimmy, thank you. Liz, thank you there. That's awesome. Man, thank you all too. Y'all make her, again, she shows up. And, I have to teach them about stranger danger and stuff. I want them to understand that if we're careful and everything, and we handle things right, there are great people out there. I want them to understand, not just I don't want to scare them and be like, oh, there are boogeymen everywhere there. You know what I mean? So, Yeety, thank you again, too. Oh, thank you again, by the way. I appreciate that. I don't know if I said that when I pulled that up and said that. Non-pit, thank you. Weezer, appreciate it. Thank you. Did I say thank you to you before? I don't know if I did. Oh, yeah, I did. That was with the different, because she thought that was $20. She doesn't understand currency. Yeah, so, yeah, but thank you. I appreciate you. Priscilla, thank you. Jane, thank you. Rick Friend, thank you as well. Janice, thank you. Moody Nana. It was good too to show her about the gifted memberships. Bradley the Sly. I like your freaking avatar there. I appreciate too the notes from places like Australia. It makes her think about that. Across overseas. I like that idea. We can point it out on the map to her later. You remember those people that were talking? This is where they're from. These are the people in the UK. So that works out great. Bridget, thanks for the 2. And Pats, thank you. Eshan, thank you as well. Emma, thank you. Leg Warmer Lady, thank you as well. Green Widow, thank you. Leg Warmer Lady, thank you. Puzzler, appreciate you. Wonder Girl, like I said, good to see Wonder Girl. Again, I think she was probably I know she was in my first 1,000 subscribers for sure, and I already had some from when I started out, but when I really started doing things, she was probably in the first 150 people that I picked up when I became active. So Wonder Girl, like I said, I appreciate all of you. Some people I have a special place because I remember all the way back into the void of of everything. Man, it seems like a million years ago. Thank you. Puzzler, thank you there. Yes, I am the biggest kid, by the way. Tris, thank you. Jack's mom, thank you for that too. Yeah, make sure I hit these 2. Andre, thank you too, man. Yeah, the lips needs professional. Yes, I agree. I did catch Rogue Mom, thank you. I make sure I caught everyone here too. Yeah, I did catch that one. Again, thank you. Again, Green Veggie Beast, thank you. Puzzler. Raging Nana, I do think she has lost it for sure. Bonnie, thanks. I can't keep up with what's going on with. I'm not going to watch every single one of those live streams. There's too much of it, Like one live stream, 2 live streams, maybe. not all of that. Thank you, Lake Warmer Lady, Winby, thank you, and Mom, thank you as well. Like I said, making sure I catch everybody. Jack's mom, thank you. Rogue Mama, thank you. Chance NP, thank you. Travis, thank you. Mama Bear, thank you. It looks weird on the side of my eye. I see the flashing where I watch it on my phone. It's so funny. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you. Thank you, Emma, of course. Thank you. Pickle Tink, thank you. Again, Emma, that whole thing with the way at the 20s, really funny. Points out the flaws in this mess. AJ's World, again, keep AJ's World in your thoughts and prayers. Appreciate you there. Does anybody have a birthday today? Thank you, Emma. Thank you, William. Anybody have a birthday? I need somebody to have a birthday. Thank you, Venice Venom. And Andre, yeah, thank you for the 2. Need a fast forward so we can see the future. I think I think some of these people, I think they might think they can see the future. So anybody got a birthday today? I'm sure somebody does. Just wonder if anybody in the chat does. You had one yesterday, Kelly? It's good enough. I'm giving you a birthday song. I need a birthday song today. I haven't played one yet, so we need one. Give me a second here. Kelly. Also, Ninja, yours was 1231. That's good. How many years have I been on YouTube? Well, I've been active on YouTube. I can't remember if I picked up right at the end of 2017 or 2018. Now, this channel has been here, it'll tell you, since 2012 because I'll go in there. Let me play my birthday song. I'll tell you.
Happy birthday from both of us to you. Happy birthday.
Win too. Happy birthday.
May all your dreams come
Trina.
true. Happy birthday.
Auntie there.
We love to have you here.
Man,
happy birthday. Here's to another year.
Oh yeah, the question on the wishing well. I saw that before It came in, actually. I saw some pictures of it. Man, I love it. I think, man, they did a great job. Yes, thank you for the 10 year. I've seen the wishing well with the blue bucket. Is that a couple of What the Hell's been? Yes, Mr. Coop. Oh, man, that's awesome. You know, a memorial to the memorial, for the memorial. That wasn't. Yeah, I like it. It's glass. I thought it was great. I thought they did a great job with it. If people, there's a short for that too, actually. Let me see real quick. There's some great pictures of it. I want to show everybody that. Like, look at this thing. So they thought they did a great job. Well, Mr. Coop did. He did awesome work. Look at this thing. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that woodwork. That looks so good. Like the blue bucket and everything. He built him a little wishing well. Love it. You know, Mr. Coop. They were all out there. Mama was out there. So I thought that was beautiful. That was amazing. Hey, Chance, thanks for the 10 there. Remember, the University of Texas, 1966 bell tower. Yeah, writing a letter. He was compelled to do it. Ended up having brain tumor, autopsy. Yeah. You know, that's why I mentioned bell towers with certain folks. You know, they have that look, you know. And again, I'm not saying they do anything like that. But I'm saying those eyes, that's what they remind me of, you know. Some people have that stare, that vacancy, and it's creepy to me, you know. It's very creepy to me. Hey, what's up, Angela? Dropped 25 in PayPal as well. Almost missed that, Angela. Thank you there. I appreciate that. It's awesome. I'm wanting to get it's funny. I was thinking about buying, there's a book. They don't have an audiobook version of it, but there's a supernatural book. It's like written from the perspective of Bobby. If you've ever watched the show, you'll know who I'm talking about. It looks pretty good. I thought I'd check that out. I thought it might be fun to read. I've never really read any of their items. Give me a second. I'm going to do my redirect setup, and then we'll talk about the channel thing real quick. Man, I don't know why it doesn't pull up the redirect stuff. There they are. You know, I have to search it out, which is it's kind of crazy. You know, when you follow a channel and everything else, you would think it would tell you, hey, this person's going to be live soon, but nope. So I got my redirect set up. All right. So you're asking about how long that I've been doing this. Actually, like I said, I started around either 2017, the very end. I think that was correct, you know. But in 2012, I used to do a lot of reviews, like Amazon reviews and stuff. I'd get free products, you know. I get to test them and whatever. It was kind of fun. It was before you had this flood of drop shippers. And at the beginning, what was really interesting at the beginning of it all, the products that you would get, you wouldn't have a lot of fraudulent products. You might have some defective products in there, but not a lot of fraud. By the time I was just like, man, I quit this. This is garbage. I was getting so many fraudulent. And when I mean, I'm talking outright fraud. I would get a battery pack, for example, you know, like a charger for your phone. Yeah. And when I'd look at it, like I'd be given one that says 20,000 mAh, you know, that would be charging power. Well, when you open them up, if you've never opened one up, essentially they're a bunch of rechargeable batteries stuck in a canister. You know, you have this thing that's wired up. Well, when I'd open them up and I'd look, a lot of times those that were advertised at like 20, 30, they would actually only be like 8,000. I mean, just flagrant fraud, flagrant issues. And I was like, this is garbage. And I also had a company hound me. I mean, absolutely hound me because I gave them a negative review once. Lord. So anyway, the point in that was I used to put up reviews and I'd do video reviews on Amazon. Well, companies would bring them over here and they would try to do fraudulent crap with them. And that made me mad. So in 2012, I started importing my video reviews over here. And if anybody used, I didn't care if they used the video review. I didn't care at all, but I cared if they used it for some scammy purpose, because people would just take any review off of Amazon. They would put fake links on them. It was nasty. They continue to do that, but it was pretty nasty. So my channel says it's 2012, but there was an active back then. It just had re-uploads from somewhere else. It was only really now some of those videos did really well. Like you'll see people tell jokes about the sprinkler reviews. I had a sprinkler review way back when. Man, it did gangbusters. So I mean, I had people that followed before, but I started. What really got me interested was the stuff going on in popular culture. We have, I consume a lot of media. When I grew up as a kid all the way through, I like comic books though. And the quality of comic books dropped off. And the idea of being a professional, it really dropped off as well. And those people would be out there and they were just horrible. And it was killing the industry. That industry is in bad shape. But that's really why I got on YouTube. And then the first case that interested me was the one with Vic Mignogna. If you've never heard of him, he is a anime voice actor. And that means, like when you watch a Japanese version of an anime, there's a guy who does an English dub, right? Well, one of the biggest English dub voice actors is a guy named Vic Mignogna. And he was accused of some pretty horrific things. The only problem is the people who accused him, there was no evidence. They just flat out accused him. These were people that loved him and posted about how much they loved him for years. And then suddenly they torpedoed him and their stories would change. It's crazy. So I picked that up and it was a wild ride. And from there, cases interested me, but especially false accusations. But yeah, I've covered I think 4 big cases through. But the biggest ones, of course, were Mignogna, because that was a crazy ride. Of course, Depp and this, because I don't just make a video. I cover them. If I find something, I snuggle in and I learn every aspect, because it's amazing to watch. It's amazing to watch it from bookend to bookend and see what happens. And it doesn't always go the way you think it would go. Judge Jay, what's up? Thanks for the 2. JJ Boone here in the nick of time. Hey, by the way, are you going to do us a cover of Horse with No Name? Are you going to do a duet? Is that what's going to happen? I mean, again, Leslie's serenading you out there. You better get in. Get on that. Pickle Tank, thanks for the 5. I wish that Jeremy would choose the schoolhouse as a location for the memorial, so it would be behind a gate so it doesn't get vandalized. Well, it being where it is has a point, though. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, it's essentially saying, hey, these people right here, this is fraud. This is what it was about. So, they try to go after it and mess it up. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that afterwards. But yeah, I think the message is, to be honest, it was all just a funny thing to do too. For me, I thought it was impulsive and it was funny. I had a lot of fun with that. I have a problem with the impulsive decision making like that sometimes, but like a joke will come in. I'll be like, yeah, I want to do that. I really want to do that. And luckily, Jeremy was like, yeah, sure, whatever. I don't care. The one thing I'm glad everybody made sure, when everybody noted they were going to put something in, the only thing that I worry about with stuff like that, the whole point, there's 2 things in there. There's a message, but also part of the message is there's delivery, So everybody's done good about making the thing that they've been talking about, actually happen, because we don't need a project that never was making fun of a project that never was. Hey, what's up, Tinsel? Thanks for the 50 there. Thank you there. Happy New Year to Bug, Lug, Tug, Mug, all the pugs, Planet Umbrella Guy, and girls. That's right. Thank you. The pugs. That's really funny. I love it. Thank you for that. And Wheat Toast. Man, what's up, Wheat Toast? I hope you're doing great today, too. Thank you for that. Appreciate that gifted membership. I'm just, like I said, I'm goofing off with you guys for a few minutes too, because the Hale show comes on. It's not a lot of time from now, but I like a lot of this weird circus. Yeah, Kitty noted a tug doesn't really cover cases, especially when they're kids. I don't really like covering cases like that, just because it took me a long time. Like doing therapy with kids. It really meshes you up. It makes you look at the world in a terrible way, because you see how much harm does, and it messes you up emotionally after a while. So I couldn't even look at that stuff for a long time. But sometimes I don't like it. Like you see people that go online and stuff and manipulate using their feels, like you see it from the fats, for example. I don't personally see value in my feels coming out, especially in a case too much. So I try to keep that where it belongs. I'm not saying you shouldn't have them, but if I can't cover something and I can't be analytic about it, I don't think I'd do a good job. It doesn't mean it's not valuable, though. In very valuable cases still. we need a sunshine umbrella. Yeah, that'd be kind of funny too. What's up, Dead Punk, man? By the way, appreciate you, my friend. Yeah, it's good not covering kids. Yeah, well, that's one of the things. Like you had Megan talk about, for example. She used to cover all those cases, and there is no humor in that in its core. Even the most awful, that like the stuff happened with Hales is an awful case. And there is a kid component to it, but it is not the overriding factor in there. And I had no idea about that at first either. That's one of the reasons I choose to talk mostly about red flags. I talk about red flags on the property and everything else, and I'll let people make their own mind up about what's there. I don't particularly, there are organizations that are supposed to deal with that. I do say supposed to. And sometimes too, God, those places, they're a mess anyway. Man, I'm looking through all these files. I cannot believe how much stuff has been posted about freaking by every one of these people. When you start looking through, I'm sure a lot of you have kept clips here or there, and I've missed a bunch of stuff too. I certainly can't say I've caught everything, but a lot of it, like when I start going through and looking at everything, I'm kind of just stunned when I see what's there. It's funny to see them talking about their stuff that they're selling, and where their stuff comes from. Let's see. Rocks, for example. You have disclaimers. It's just random stuff. When it all comes together, you never know if it matters or not until later on. Like John talking about, with the flea market stuff. He's like, oh yeah, Robbie was given by Mo Magic. Oh, you see, like this web of people that back some pretty horrendous folks. You get to know them over and over. And it's funny to go back and like I said, just look at everything that's happened. And oh Lord, who is that? Wait, what? I thought it was funny too. Like back when, one of the ways that they kept Michelle Preston in line, if you go back and you look at it, was with the promise of rocks, shiny baubles. Get your shiny bauble. It was really funny to hear that when Tina was talking, she said that she didn't even have the delivery of some of the rocks that she got from 2L, that those were never delivered to her. Isn't that something? So even at that, I mean, that's wild, right? That's absolutely wild. She lost, I mean, everything with it. And these people, though. Oh, what's in Marla Hughes' file? I wonder if there's anything good in here. I went through, by the way, some people were bringing up Marla. It's interesting. One of the things that popped up I had missed, this wasn't in my time, was her, and you can see her trying to flag YouTube in, and the automated system comes in and is like, hey, have you flagged this or anything? And you can see them back in 2023 trying to take down his channel, talking about, using Florida and Ohio. And when you go through, you notice Lynette Preston pop in. Lynette Preston trying to take down Jeremy Hale's channel too. Isn't that interesting? I mean, they did everything. They denied doing any of this stuff, but they definitely were trying. I'd never seen that until, I can't remember who brought it up, but it was kind of amazing. And then oh Lord, I ran across, oh my God. I ran across some crazy, freaking, let's see. I ran across the Stark ones, all the stuff talking about his business. I'm not going to bring those up because, I mean, we know what happened there. So I'll be at least nice on that. My God, I started looking through all the Marla stuff. And, I mean, it's wild. She even, the big donor, she was even like, while she was asking him for money, so out of one side of her mouth, she was like, hey, David, if we put together a PayPal pool, would you actually give money to it? Trying to solicit money from him while also telling him he's a piece of garbage. And on top of that, too, he needs to get in here and he needs to apologize, not send Miltoast. That's his mouthpiece, by the way, in case you're wondering. That's who they're talking about. Even they registered Miltoast as a mouthpiece, which I thought was pretty funny. God, the David the donor screenshots too. God, I was going through that folder the other day. Oh, it was amazing too. Watching them all fight with each other. All the stuff that people like, again, Marla talking trash while begging for money. And oh my God, it's just kind of amazing. Telling people to ignore him because he's garbage. Saying he's a liar too. Also talking about soliciting more money. Like here, check this out. I found stuff like her long. The problem is that David R. won't message Lisa so she can show him the receipts of donations. Like apparently they had big long chats though that they've never made public, even though she admitted to it. So it's just fun. Other people donated as well. Some of them who wanted to be anonymous. Lisa is respecting that. If you really want to help, urge David R. to send her a message, like she's been asking to do for months. Yeah, apparently he did actually do that. There's a record of that. If it ever gets to court, keep that in mind. Pro bono attorneys can either be converted to paid, which Bruce doesn't want. Bruce doesn't want to be paid. Did you know that? Did you know Bruce doesn't want to be paid? Bruce only wanted a big hunk of the money if it ever won, but Bruce is a freebie lawyer, right? And or expenses they incur in representing clients, such as subpoenas, depots, and document production. We are currently searching for another attorney to assist Bruce in representing. Remember that turns into the shit show that you see later on in a bankruptcy. I mean, there's just all kinds of fun out there, folks. What's up, Say? By the way, thank you for the 5 there. Thank you to the person who gifted a membership. Yes, thank you. I love that. I love, like, again, I love the just the connection that causes. It's kind of beautiful in its own way, you know? Hey, what's up, Mercedes? Give me a minute here. Let me make sure. Now, I'm going to send you guys over. Lordy, Lordy. What is this? Oh my God. More screenshots. There's so much stupid and crazy. Oh my God, I get so many crazy screenshots thrown to me. All right, folks. But I'm going to end. I'm going to send you over to Hale's. You have enough time to go do your thing, whatever. You got about 10 minutes. So go over, enjoy the night. And then afterwards, make sure to keep an eye out for Shizzy about 11, 10, whatever. He's been going later. So it's out 10 or 11. But keep an eye out for him because I'm sure he'll have some stuff to say about his serenading today. All right. But anyway, appreciate you folks. And I'll see you.